Well, let's go live to Tel Aviv and speak to a resident we're going to call Jessica, who we have been speaking to since October 7 when the attack happened. Jessica, good morning to you. First of all, thank you so much.
Jamie.
Thanks so much for your time. And, we have been speaking regularly since this attack happened. How are you and how have you been? How is your family at the moment?
Well, unfortunately, we are not okay. We are bombarded with rockets every day, running in and out of our shelters. We're trying our hardest to distract the kids from all of this because, obviously it's doing damage. Our government are trying to send the children back to school on Sunday, provided that there is shelter and sufficient space of shelter for the kids. So obviously schools that don't go back. The children need some sort of normality in all of this. But life in general, is very, very somber, very sad, and hard. We're not living life like we know life, and we know a good life, yeah. But at the moment, and it's going to be like this for a long time. It's not something that's going to take 2 weeks or a month. We also have a lot of people that we know on the front line. A lot of mothers at the school with children alone at home. They don't know when they'll see, or if they'll see their husbands again. Friends, children, very, very close people. We know Israel's a tiny country, so we know people who have been slaughtered, we know people who have been kidnapped, and we know people who are in the front line, and everyone knows someone who knows someone. So it's very close to everyone's heart now. And it's a catastrophe, a total catastrophe. But we need to put an end to this. We cannot keep living like this. And every few months this happens again and again and again. And it's not a way to live. And it's not a way for the people in Gaza to live. The innocent civilians are not living a happy, good life that they should too. And we're going to put an end to that. There will be no more Hamas when we are done with this. And it will protect people in the world, people in Australia, people in America, people in London, everywhere. Because these terrorist groups linger around everywhere else, and they've said, once they're done with us, they're moving to the West. It's not going to happen. We will put an end to it.
Yeah, it's really, really tough times, as you said, not only here and in Israel, but in Gaza as well. And just what you're having to go through day by day, as you mentioned, the children, the homeschooling, trying to tell them what's going on and live a however normal life can be for you. But tell us what you're hearing, because I know that you've had sirens, you've had to run back into your bomb shelters in a matter of seconds over the past couple of weeks.
So last night we had a fortune of bombs thrown at us. This morning's been a bit quiet. I don't want to speak, but yeah. They thank goodness we have something called an Iron Dome that protects us, but there have been rockets that have hit. Yesterday, a building was hit in Tel Aviv, and 3 people were injured. When they're firing hundreds and hundreds of rockets, the Iron Dome can only do what it can do. And yes, we have many of them, and thank God for that. That's our protection. Otherwise, I'm not sure Israel would even exist with the amount of rockets that are thrown at us. It's like a kid. You throw a stick, you throw a stick, you throw a stick, you throw a stick. How many times can you throw a stick? Eventually, it's going to throw a rock back at you. But, it's not okay. And we cannot sit back anymore, especially when they slaughter people. It's not like they have done a war between 2 armies or a war that's considered fair. I know war is fair, but this is barbaric. This is sadistic. This is insane. It's not something that any country in the world would sit back and say, oh, well, the poor civilians that are now being bombed there. We've given them ample time to move. We've sent them flyers. We've done everything that we can. We told them we're giving you 24 hours to move to the south 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, 24 hours to move to the south. what about all the Arab countries around? There's Syria, there's Egypt, there's Jordan, there's Lebanon. Why don't they take them in? People are asking, why don't we take them in? How can you take in your enemy? Yes, those people are innocent. So they then take them. There's mass land around. Egypt won't open their borders. Why? Why? Help those people. They are innocent. They are used as human shields. It's not okay. I feel bad for them too. It's not that we're sitting here and we just want to bomb the hell out of all of them. Not at all. They did that to us. They came in 2,500 terrorists and slaughtered our people. They've taken babies. They've taken women. They've taken children. They've taken soldiers. They've raped them. They've shown pictures of this. They've videoed everything. We have footage of everything. We've shown all the press what they did. People can't even look. And now we must sit back and worry about humanitarian aid. They're sitting underneath a hospital that they are using as their headquarters with 500,000 liters of petrol. And they're complaining that they don't have petrol. You see these poor people standing with their donkeys and their 5-liter drums, begging for a little bit of petrol just so that they can probably run their car, their homes, or whatever they need. And they're saying there's no petrol. They've got all the petrol. They are terrorists. I promise you now, the people in Gaza will be free as we will be when Hamas is gone.
Yes, we are hearing all of these horrific stories, and there really are no words to describe what everyone's going through. It's just, again, unimaginable to understand what it's like over there. Before we let you go, of course, we're looking at the humanitarian side with potentially hundreds and thousands of children in the firing line there in Gaza. But of course, where you are as well, you've got your kids in bomb shelters. And yes, as you said, the government has told you that it's going to be going on for a long time. In terms of their mental health and how that's going to continue once hopefully this is over, what are they saying? What are the professionals, the school teachers, the psychologists and so forth saying about the children in Israel?
So that's they've given us a lot of aid in those departments, with the kids, with ourselves, and the whole thing is we don't want to breed haters. So our children need to be protected from this. They need to know, they need to accept, they need to love, and that's what Israel is all about. We don't discriminate. We don't. The teacher at my daughter's nursery school is an Arab. She wears Arab gear. She's, and I hand my daughter over to her in the mornings with trust and love, because 2 million Arabs live in Israel freely, happily. They are educated. They become doctors. They can be gay if they like. They can work. They can have rights to vote. Where in any of those Arab countries does a Jew live anymore? Not a Jew in sight. Arabs live here because they want to, because they're free here, because they have a good life here. And we teach our children, it's not about being Arab. We're dealing with a terrorist organization. These are bad people. Arabs are not bad people. And they have opportunity here, and they want to live here. They're happy to live here. My husband has a business. His top team member is an Arab. And he loves him, and he gives him opportunity, and he sees so much potential in him. Where does a Jew work in an Arab country? So everybody's not understanding that we don't breed haters. Our children are protected from this. Yes, they know we have to go in a bomb shelter. We've explained to them we have to fight for our land because we have nowhere else to go. That's all. We don't tell them that these are bad people, that they want to kill us, that they want to fight with us, because how will a child go to school and go to an Arab lady and feel safe? So we try and educate our children to the best of our abilities that we just need a place to live. That's all. We have the tiniest little speck on the face of the earth. Just leave us alone. Give us our hostages back, and it will be finished. But I don't even believe that half those hostages are even alive. How do we even know? Give us some sort of proof Send us pictures of everybody or videos. Let us know that they're alive. No one knows anything. And that's their favorite thing, is to take even a body. In Judaism, you have to bury your body whole. So they take the bodies. People that were massacred on October 7th, some people haven't even been recognized till today. In the Jewish religion, you have to be buried immediately. They haven't buried their loved ones. Nobody has had time to mourn here their loved ones that they lost, never mind ones that are kidnapped. You don't even have a time to mourn your loved ones. That's just not okay. And then they're asking about humanitarian aid. Come on.
Jessica, thank you so much. Sorry to cut you off. We are going to have to wrap it up, unfortunately, but thank you so much for sharing your personal stories. And again, there are no words to describe what is going on, and really thinking of you and everybody involved in this horrible situation. And we'll have you back on soon and get an update. But take care, you and your family, and thank you so much again.
Jane.
Thank you.
Thank you.